So, life has been good lately. I know last year, around this time, probably I was going through somewhat of a midlife crisis. I was constantly questioning my significance, questioning, how many friends I had and if I was making an impact on the world, normal 40s stuff. But honestly, life has been going good lately. I think I've gotten into a better and more healthy routine as far as this YouTube channel goes. I think for a while, I just had some unrealistic expectations about what it should look like. And I realized that YouTube comments are a mixed bag. You can't always put your hope in what people say. And not everybody's going to agree with you, but that's okay. It's often the vocal minority that make you question things. And I've realized that the majority of people support us just fine. So I'm happy with that. I'm also happy with the direction this channel has gone lately. I think I've found a good balance between my life and my family's life and what's shown on this channel. I know a lot of people subscribed in order to see Raylan. So I think for a while there, I kind of allowed that kind of content to take a back seat just to see if people would stick around just for me. And I talked about that in previous videos too. Who will love me for me, that kind of thing. I have no idea if you can hear what I'm saying because there's a lot of wind today. If you can hear anything at all, it's because this mic is so awesome. I just got this mic for free recently through another one of my YouTube channels in order to test it out. And I was pretty impressed with it the other day whenever there was a lot of wind. So hopefully it's doing well in this wind as well. Let me know in a comment if you can hear me well. And also if you can see me at all right now because the sun's pretty bright and it's like directly overhead. Harsh shadows, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, life's just been good. I'm really happy about my weekly routine, my daily routine. Of course, I always wish there was more hours in the day to do more things, but that's kind of life too, isn't it? Like there's never enough time to do all the things that you really want to do. Sometimes you feel like you need to do, but being in my early to creeping up on mid-40s, I'm realizing it's completely okay to not do everything that you want to do in life. The most important thing is just to enjoy the moments that we have. Enjoy our family, enjoy our hobbies, enjoy what it is that God's called us to do. And not to say that I always have the perfect balance of all these things, but I think I do have a good balance right now. Our oldest daughter just recently went off to college, so we have one less child in our home now. Makes things a little bit quieter. Even though she's a pretty quiet person herself, we definitely feel her absence. But it sounds like she's having a good time adjusting to college, so we're really happy for her there. And then our other three kids, they're just enjoying school right now too. Well, I don't know if enjoying is always the right word, but they're going to school right now too. So it's definitely been quieter around our house as well. So I really cherish all the moments that we have for our family. Today, the kids were off school, so we grilled a little bit, had some potatoes, some onions, zucchini, chicken on a stick. It all turned out really, really good. When it comes to the grill, a lot of times I don't know what I'm doing. We kind of have to guess whether it's done or not, how long to cook things for, that kind of thing. But it turned out good. Life's just been good lately. I'm curious, on a day-by-day basis for you, how's life been? Do you most days wake up and say life is good? Or on the flip side, do you most days wake up and say, I really don't want to even do today? I definitely have those days as well. Life's like that. Some days, and like I said, for a long season last year, that's what it was pretty much every single day. I've never been diagnosed with bipolar, but I tend to have some of those tendencies. My swings aren't as drastic maybe as someone with bipolar, but I can definitely have feelings of depression one day, and then the next day, feelings of ecstasy, going from really happy to really sad, even in the same day, the same hour sometimes. And a lot of that's just normal life, especially in your mid-40s. But it's also good to recognize your own tendencies in these things and come to grips with them in some ways, knowing the things that you struggle with, knowing the things that you excel at. That really helps you to mitigate the lows and temper yourself in the highs. At least it does for me. Anyway, I bring that up just to say that life's been good. Life can sometimes be a roller coaster, highs and lows, but that's life. Life has its ups and downs. And honestly, if there were no downs to life, we wouldn't appreciate the ups nearly as much either. I kind of think it's good sometimes that we get down, at least in the sense of not being on the highest highs all the time. Sometimes we might think that we want that, but if we really had that kind of, carefreeness about life all the time, then we might end up becoming careless about life. The lows and the depression or the sadness or however you want to say it sometimes can help us to plan our life better through the highs or through the just normal seasons of life, I once prayed a long time ago. This was 30 years ago, probably. I think I was going through a breakup at the time with a girlfriend, and I prayed that God would take away all the feelings of sadness that I had. And he did. But through the process, I also realized that the feelings of sadness are part of life, and it's good to have feelings of sadness sometimes. Something makes us sad because it's worth making us sad. And then on the flip side, something makes us happy when it's worth making us happy. In order to experience the happiest happinesses, sometimes we need the saddest sadnesses. Let me know if I'm making sense at all. Anyway, I'm rambling again. I say all this once again just to say that even when life seems hopeless, we really can have hope and joy. If for no other reason, knowing that the hopelessness won't last forever. Sometimes it's just a season that we go through, and eventually our sorrow will be turned to joy. I just want you to know that. Keep on clinging to hope and joy. God bless you. We'll see you again next time.
You're so smiley, Raylan. Are you in a good mood? Yeah? That's a big smile.